How's it going, fellow traders? It's Magic Trader here, and this is the CFTC report for the data that was recorded on March 3rd, 2020. Here is a brief snapshot of the positions held by the institutions as of that date. And so let's start, as we always do, by taking a look at gold. So what do we see here with gold? Well, we look back on the week of February 18, 2020, and we see that they were at all-time highs with long positions reaching 408,000, which is incredible. And so since then we've seen profit taking on those longs, reducing them from 389 down to 366. Now, since the data's been released, the 3-month area of supply that was here has now been taken out. So it was tested here because this was the monthly nested within it, so officially was tested, came down, so once tested it's weaker, got taken out, and now we have the path cleared to the upside. Now remember what I was talking about in the market outlook video about once it's removed, we need them to take profits on longs so they can reestablish more long positions. So we're watching to see if that's indeed what they're going to do. Shorts are cooled off, longs are aggressive, they've removed supply, so there's no saying how high this can go. This can continue higher should they choose to do that, but we got to wait and see what they do with the newly formed areas of demand that they are creating. Alright. Okay, so now let's take a look at oil. What do we see here with oil? So oil, they increased longs from 558 to 563, and then here is the big move. 127 to 175, dropped price very aggressively. We've since seen a big spike down into demand. And what we're seeing here is with this increase in short positions, it dropped long exposure from 81 to 76%, which puts the sentiment into neutral territory. Now, if we look at the positions, we can see that they're still bullish, but you know, the sentiment is telling us what we should be feeling in terms of opening up positions. Right now, neutral. Why? Big drop, big reduction in long exposure, so we're sitting on our hands when it comes to gold, or oil, I should say. Now we have the dollar. The dollar's been reducing longs all the way down to 31,000, but they also reduce shorts. So we're going to see this common theme throughout all the US dollar pairs, reducing exposure on both ends. So that places total exposure down to a very neutral, cooled off 41K. All right. Now, based on the positions, they are slightly favoring long sentiment, okay, because you see the green coloration of the cells here. But a big drop, we've since seen this area get taken out. Alright, so be interesting to see what's going to happen, because big drop here, it could be from increasing short positions or more closures of long positions. We don't know that yet, but what we can see is that the dynamic on the chart is surely shifting, and it's opening up the floodgates for a potential move lower. Aussie, we had the move down into demand. We were expecting a move up, and that's exactly what took place right here. Shorts, all-time lows, 116,000. They have to take profits on those short positions, which will cause a move to the upside. So we've been talking about this for quite some time now. Now we got the US CAD. US CAD holding very strong despite the dollar weakness. So this US CAD pair holding very well. And we know the reasons why. We've gone through that in the Forex market outlook video. And so if we take a look at positioning, we see that they are again reducing both longs and shorts, reducing overall exposure. Sentiment is somewhat neutral with a slight tinge of bearishness, but it looks like this is going to be heading up higher. So once the dollar grabs a footing, we can expect this sucker to fly. And we have the US Swiss franc dropping. And we look at positions again, just like the dollar, reducing on both sides. Total exposure dropping to 32%, neutral. Okay, sentiment somewhat bullish with net positions, but that doesn't really mean much in terms of what's happening on the charts. So we're waiting for a clearer picture on that one. And we have the euro. Euro reacting to the upside, very strong after all-time highs with short positions, taking profits on Short positions, which we can see here, a drop from 271 to 238, which causes price to rally up. And it's testing some supply right now, and we're currently getting a reaction to the downside. So what is to come here? Hard to say just by looking at the data, but we still see a bearish sentiment here. But again, we are coming from all-time highs and shorts, so we could see over time a continued push to the upside. So we're watching to see what happens. Pound dollar being held by demand, increase in longs, they close off some shorts, longs as price comes into demand, and then we see the push to the upside. Very likely we see a continued move to the upside. The other markets are showing us that it's likely this is going to continue to the upside. We're seeing that with the data, so we'll wait and see if that is indeed what continues to happen. As for the US dollar Japanese yen, they were somewhat aggressive with their long positions at 110. They closed them off to 92, and they also closed off shorts, just like the dollar. Big drop, came even lower. This area got removed, dropping lower. It's dropping just with the dollar weakness, and this can continue even lower. But once that dollar grabs footing, which could be some time, we should see this one shoot off to the upside, but waiting for good trade signals to take on that one. And the last one is Kiwi. We see an increase in longs, big increase in shorts, putting shorts into aggressive territory. That came as price was dropping here. Monthly demand still holding. We have supply. I believe price has already reacted from that supply. We look at the coloration of the cells. You know, we have a slight tinge of red here, bearish, but that's because price was dropping. Over the longer period, it's hard to say what's going to happen. We'd need to see, you know, positions build more aggressively, and we're not seeing that just yet. So I think it's a little bit premature to get involved in this market. So we'll wait until it produces a clearer picture for us, and then we will know how to engage in this market. Okay? So that's your CFTC report for March 3rd, 2020. If you have any questions, reach us at www.whiteoakfx.com. Thanks, and have yourself a great day. Bye.